Nice work. You've won 4 of my trophies, which add up to another Jiggy if you can pick them up from the Jigoven that is over there. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back. First off, let's grab the 3 Jiggies here. Ah, this door has an image of Grunty next to it, meaning a Grunty battle awaits you. Don't be put off. I'm sure you're up to it. You may even get something special if you defeat her. Oh, Manaka. Bear played good, so Mumbo gives special reward of new vehicle parts. Mumbo put following parts in the vehicle parts storage, so Bear can use in Mumbo's motors to make better vehicles. An additional small engine, an additional small fuel, a small propeller, which can make them fly through air and water, a gun, small ammo. Okay. Copter, and tank. Okay, so I've been putting off until now, but we should actually buy Wumba's things. Because that is technically what they are for. As you can see, you don't they don't come back, so you might as well just buy all of these. First off, though, we're gonna buy blueprints. Oh, the Humba Pusher might have actually been... Yeah, that is effectively what we made. Yeah, let's buy all of these. And then use the remaining on these parts. Humba all out of vehicle parts to sell. Banjo just too good at collecting notes. Humba tops of the shops. Why go anywhere else? Yeah. Okay. So let's find the Trophy Thomas. Oh. I guess we're gonna have to find a way to get up there. Another way. It doesn't look like it. Okay. So it looks like that the only remaining... thing to do would... Yeah, it looks like the only remaining thing to do right now is to fight Grunty. So let's double check on this. Yep, got all of them. Yep. You know, I'm trying to actually decide what I want to do. And I think first off, we should actually put the... Is he juggling his eyeballs? Why was he doing that? First off, we need to put the propeller on. You may think, why? And it's because I want the Bear 1 to be an all-arounder type thing. So I'm actually going to put the... I'm actually going to, on the Bear 1... weapons, spike. Not really that useful. Accessories, mirror, gadgets, spoiler, not really anything special. Flying float propellers, small propeller. So, if we were to put this on the back of the vehicle, like so, like that, it would push it over. Dang it. Let's delete the one that's right there. And then put it like that. That way, when we're actually going through the water, it can actually be useful for something. Let's go paint shop. No, let's actually make those orange. Because they are a movement option. Wait, I forgot to save. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to go onto pushcart. And I actually wanted to add the other engines. You may think that that's kind of weird. Because why would I want to do that? Is because I actually want pushcart here to be useful in other missions as well. So, save. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of speed, which means a lot of pushing power. Weight didn't really go up either. I'm surprised. Pushcar is actually faster than this one, but because it doesn't have a trough on it, it might be a little bit difficult. You know what? No, we're not going to do the boss yet. Because now that we actually have the hover, I actually want to go back into... I actually want to go back... And I want to... It's really late. So this will actually be the last video I do. I want to actually grab the some of the notes. One of the best ways to go around in a world is just to hover. I've kind of learned. Town Center, Theater District, Seaside Lakes, Dock, and Uptown. And each one of those has a world, so that's 6, not 5. Okay. Change vehicle. We can't make this because we do not have 2 seats. That is literally the reason. Cage, by the way, we will probably actually need for something. Bike, kind of neat. Copter. So as you can see, all we have to do is just basically lean forward and it will be pushed that way. Okay. And now that we are up here, I'm gonna switch to Bear 1. Actually, just get out. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's... continue to explore a little bit. I'll definitely try to... Oh. But... No? X is fine. Tank? Yeah, that might be useful. Next time I'm definitely gonna do it, but, in case you haven't noticed, this game is not bad. Like, a lot of people, when the game first came out, they're like, oh no, the game's, like, terrible, like, absolutely, like, unplayable. And that's not exactly true. The real story about this game is that it's not Banjo. But it's also rare. So if you haven't really noticed, a major aspect of Rare's games has always been puzzle solving. And this is just basically an extension to that. And I will never say that Rare is really bad at what they do. I'm gonna just say that every once in a while they kind of go a little bit too hard on an idea, push the idea to its furthest extent, and then people kind of despise the fact that the extent was even brought up in the first place. And so, at the end of the day, I'm never gonna fault Rare for trying. But I will say that Rare needs to chill out a little bit, especially when it comes to certain ideas in certain games. Oh, thanks, Cloud. I mean, like, recently what came out was a game that is basically Donkey Kong Country. And the gimmick of it is that, well, it's with it's actually ukulele. It's not Rare, but it's Rare. In which the entire idea is that you have to get power-ups to go through a nearly impossible task. And every single time that you complete something in the overworld, it actually makes the game a little bit easier. And that's sort of the point. I found that was kind of a cool thing. Probably when I'm done with this, I might actually go on to ukulele, maybe? Not entirely sure. Oh. Okay then. I guess I am moving like this now. Oh, I thought, yeah, I was a little bit too close to the ground. I didn't know why. But I'm not one to be like, oh, Rare used to make good games. It's like, no, we still make good games. The company that is still called Rare, even still makes good games. Like, I played a little bit of... I played a little bit of, their pirate game. It's okay. It's not terrible. But the problem is that there's so many... there's so many people that just go, I want Rare to return to how I used to play Rare games. It's like, oh, okay, how did you used to play? I was like, well, they were a really good platforming it's like Banjo was a really good platforming game, and I go, no. I've mentioned it before, but that's not entirely true. Banjo has... Well, Banjo 1 had a lot more platforming, and there are certain elements of certain levels in Banjo-Tooie that are also platforming based. But at the end of the day, and this is... this is really telling about Rare as a company, is that, especially when you look into games like Conquer, and Grab by the Ghoulies, when it comes to all of the properties that they've ever worked on, they're a puzzle making company. They basically say, hey, do you want an interesting challenge? And a lot of people go, not really. Oh, I think what the problem is that the entire thing is leaning a little bit too hard forward. I guess I can put an additional wheel on that. Let's see what's on top of this. Oh, I was already up here. But yeah, I think I think when you actively like look at Rare as a company, and you kind of think about it a little bit, you go, yeah, this would be the next thing that they would want to do. They would say to themselves, let's make a new IP to get away from Banjo. Let's make this game, let's have a bunch of silly characters that are in set pieces that are almost like a movie. And then and the characters keep bouncing around, and it's gonna be really fun. And then they're told, no, people are not gonna like that because it's not a Banjo game, because Banjo isn't in it. So they're like, okay, it's not really Banjo, but we might as well. I brought this up earlier, but it's like, it almost feels like they were lied to just so they can get the game out. And they were told to put Banjo on it because that would be profitable. And whoever told them that at Microsoft probably needed to go. Man, it's nice to know that as long as Banjo doesn't touch them, it's good. Look how fast I'm going through the water. Pretty good. But yeah, it's I am not upset at this game. I used to be upset that Rare would think that this is where Banjo needed to go, and in truth, it isn't. They never really thought that this is where Banjo needed to go. If anything, they thought that this is where Rare needed to go. Okay. Let's switch to copter. There's nothing in here, but it's actually really interesting that you can actually get in here and do stuff. I mean, there's probably something you've got to do with the inside of that later. But yeah, I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna say it to the end of time. I'm not upset at Rare for making this game. I'm upset at Microsoft for thinking that they had to make this a Banjo game. Because at the end of the day, what's really important is that they make games that are fun. Mumbo I don't gas to do cooking. Yeah, okay. Well, but why is this still here? Okay. That should be it for today. Thought I heard glass shattering in my TV, and hopefully not. Anyway, I had fun. Even if this series is, might only be like this, I still had fun. I'll decide on whether or not I actually want to continue this whole series, or if this is gonna just be like a few episode like mini series talking about this. I kind of want to go through the whole thing, but I kind of also don't have the energy to go through this whole thing. But I will definitely see you guys next time on whatever I'm doing. See you guys later.